Okay, we're back, and we've transitioned to the candidates for city council and for the position of mayor. So I am Cassandra Berry, again, the moderator for today's candidate forum. Thank you to each of you who are here, and we will follow some of the same guidelines as earlier, where you will be given 2 minutes each to state your name and the platform on which you are running. After that, when we go into the questions, each of you will be given the opportunity to answer the same question with 1 minute to answer. Nate Johnson, who is sitting in the front, he will give you indication as to when your time is up as you are speaking. We would ask that you would be respectful of that time, and we will proceed. So at this time, what we will do is to the persons who are running for okay. The other persons running for mayor are not here, so Mayor Hudspeth, we're going to leave your set of questions toward the end, and at this time we will have each person, each mayor, to go up and to state your name, and like I said, on what platform you are running, and we will go from there. And so we'll start with Incumbent Brandon Chase McGee, who is in the position of City Council, District 5. And as before, please do not yell out any questions from the audience. Please refrain from your applause till they make their closing comments. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for everybody for coming, for showing up on this rainy Saturday afternoon. We've done a lot of these, so I'm thankful this is the last one because voting is already happening. Early voting starts on Monday, so I'm ready to go. My name is Councilman Brandon Chase McGee. I'm very proud to represent the entire city of Denton, Texas. As y'all know, I'm originally born and raised in Wichita, Kansas, but I got to Texas as fast as I could with the Collin County Community College, University of North Texas, and Texas A&M after that. I'm very proud to serve on the city council, and I'm happy to stand here and tell you that Denton is going in the right direction. And I am proud to run for city council today to continue the direction that Denton is going. We've done so much to improve this city, and I'm so proud of that. Denton is going the right way in terms of public safety with only 12 police officer vacancies. We just had a report from our interim chief. We just placed a new interim chief. We've got great leadership there. We're doing the right things in terms of city staffing levels with very low turnover. In fact, on the lower side of the industry standard. We just gave our city of Denton workers the largest pay increase they've ever had in the industry. I'm very proud to have championed that. We're going the right way in terms of environmental sustainability. I don't know any city in Texas that spends more money on environmental sustainability than the city of Denton. Not because we as council members require that, but because you as the citizens require that. We're doing so much work, but we have more opportunities and we have more things we need to work on. This campaign cycle, I've been focused on 3 things. Water. Water's important. Water's going to be the civil rights issue of the next 50 years. Making sure that we have affordable housing. Meeting folks who don't make 100% of the area median income. That's important. People who are working paycheck to paycheck and aren't even making those ends meet. And the last one is making sure we improve our relationship with our federal and our state delegation, because we know that local control is under assault. And we've got to do more to make sure that the city of Denton is getting our fair bite of the apple like all the other cities in Texas. So again, my name is Brandon Chase McGee, very proud to stand before you and ask for your vote for re-election to place 5 on the Denton City Council. Thanks very much.
Garland.
Hello everyone, I just want to echo Brandon's words and thank you all for coming here tonight. It's very important for us to know who our local representation is, who's making roles that affect our lives each and every day. So I've met a couple of you, but I just want to reiterate that my name is Erica. I've lived in Denton for 14 years. I worked at the Denton Municipal Airport for 10 years while I balanced life as a single mom. My career eventually took me to work for an airline. I do pilot recruiting. It's kind of a fun job. And I also work with a couple of different nonprofits. We collaborate and get scholarships for girls, trying to encourage young women into the field of aviation to become pilots and E&P mechanics. It's a 95% male dominated industry, so getting the girls in there is something that I'm truly passionate about. So I also work with a nonprofit called Operation Airdrop, and they've done several missions out at DTO where when there's hurricanes or any kind of national disaster, they'll come in and bring insulin and essentials to people in need. So very busy, but I am running for City Council, Place 5. It's an at-large seat. Anybody can vote for me because I feel like there is a need. Denton is a wonderful city, but I feel like we need representation that isn't using council as a stepping stone to another governmental position, whether it's locally or federally. I think that we need people that represent us that are invested in Denton. I'm a homeowner. My taxes are soaring, so like many of you, I'm sure. And I think that we need someone that is going to rein in the focus of our council, stop wasting all this time and money and resources on state and federal issues that we have no ability to regulate at the city level, and focus on things like streets, safety, police officers. We're growing. We need to make sure we're growing in the right way and that we're attracting the business that Denton not only wants, but needs. And so having someone in there that's really grounded and plans on living here for the rest of their life, that I've raised 4 boys here, I want to make sure that Denton stays home. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The City Council, District 6, Jill Jester.
Great, I'll stop talking really quickly because he dropped his phone. He doesn't know how long I'm talking. You're ready. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jill Jester, and I'm running for Denton City Council, Place 6, which is at large. I appreciate you all being here today. One of the core issues in my campaign since the beginning, and you can see on my website, is protecting our neighborhoods. And our Southeast area neighborhood is part of that, which needs protecting and revitalizing. I've been listening in the community for a long time. I was born and raised here, and what I'm hearing is the need to invest and make sure that the investment across all neighborhoods is equal, and make sure that we are paying attention to the safety, to the sidewalks and roads in Southeast Denton area neighborhood, that we are protecting our amenities such as Fredmore Park, this MLK Recreation Center, and the American Legion building, and that we are also investing. There's over 80 acres in this neighborhood that are vacant, and over 60 acres that are developable. And it's my understanding that this is a community that likes to gather. This is a neighborhood that likes to gather and have events. I don't see any reason why we should not expand the parks in some of this vacant area. In addition, I love the idea of economic development where the people are. So not just in certain industrial areas, but right here in Southeast Denton. So what I want to do is get to work for our neighborhoods, for lifting everyone up. I've got some big ideas specific to this neighborhood that I'll be talking about later. But just know I absolutely care about our community. And if you want to hear all the other stuff, go to my website, Jill Jester for Denton. I look forward to this conversation. Thank you.
Lilyan, Prado, Carrillo.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. My name is Lilyan Prado Carrillo. I'm running for Place 6. It is an at-large seat. I am originally from Guatemala, but I was brought here when I was about 4 years old. And so I was raised right here in Denton. I went to Bourbon, I went to Calhoun, I graduated from Denton High. Started my higher education at NCTC and graduated from TWU and got my master's at UNT. So I make a joke that I kind of hit all the schools, so I'm pretty nonpartisan in that way, right? But I'm really excited just to have the opportunity to be able to run for council. This has been something that I've been preparing for a very long time. Like I said, I was raised here in Denton, and so Denton has very much evolved since the 80s when I was growing up here. I want to make sure that we have a council that is representative of the community that we actually are. I say that and I mean that in many different ways, right? We have 25% Hispanic people here in the city of Denton. We have no representation on council. We've had only 2 people in the 150-year history of Denton to ever sit on council. And so that's something that's important to me, and I think it's important to our community. Also, I'm a teacher. I've been an educator for about 18 years, and so having people with that perspective, having people with the hope of trying to bring people together and trying to move forward and making sure that we all have equitable access to opportunities, to learning, to homes, and to the economic development that we all wish to see in the city, but also for ourselves. And so I'm running because I want to have a transparent government. I want to make sure that we're transparent and that we are responsive. I want to make sure that we are focusing on smart growth. The growth is coming. We're 160,000 people. That number is going to continue to grow. But what's the intentionality behind what we want? We want to keep our neighborhoods. We want to have our values. We want to make sure that businesses that are coming in are going to pay livable wages so that people can actually live here. So I want to make sure that I am representing the entire community. Southeast Denton is very close and dear to my heart. My dad lives right down the street on Wilson Street, and so I'm very invested in this neighborhood. The protection, making sure that apartments aren't going to swallow you up right here, that's something that we need to do, and the only way we can do that is to listen to the community that's actually here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mayor Hudspeth?
Good afternoon. Thank y'all. Honored to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. I do serve as the mayor of my hometown. Excited about that. Seeking my final term. And so first elected 2017. Costs are rising for everyone. So my focuses are pretty straightforward on taxes because it touches everyone. And costs are rising across the board. And an example of that, I was just at Habitat for Humanity groundbreaking. Their houses cost about $160,000 to build. That's volunteer labor. They appraised for $320,000, they said. So if you can imagine a house that's built by volunteer labor with donated appliances coming in at around $320, that means everyone else is $350 or above, or that's your comps, or that's what we're up against. So it's critical that we address those taxes issues, make sure we're running lean. And streets, it's important to fix our streets. If you've driven on them, if you've seen all the construction going on, we're being intentional about that, but we have a lot of work to do. And then safety. I've said it before. I think the 90-year-old lady that's going to Kroger, and 90-year-old man that's going to Kroger at 6 in the morning should feel safe, as well as the person that's unhoused seeking services should feel safe everywhere they go in the city of Denton. And that's a core responsibility of the city of Denton to provide those services. And then those that are unhoused, making sure we take care of them, make sure we get them services, wraparound services, make sure we get them back on their feet and working in our community. So I'm asking for your vote starting Monday. Again, my name is Gerard Hudspeth, running for mayor. Thank you.